Now, if you're like me and you can't commit to a single thing and your mind is like a bundle of untangled wires, then you might like, hey guys, I'm Caleb Everett and this is A Month to Master, where for the next 30 days, I'm gonna be diving into the hobby of journaling. In the first video in this series, I listed 10 types of journals that seem to be on everyone's journal lists. Originally, I was only going to do 2 types of these journals. However, after really thinking about it, I realized that's not too well-rounded of me, especially if I'm trying to master this. So this week, I decided to dive deeper into the different types of journaling that there are, and today I'm gonna list out the 7 types of journals that really have been my favorite in this whole process. I'm gonna tell you what types of journals they are, and more importantly, how to execute them. So let's jump into the first one, which is gratitude journaling. Gratitude journaling is, well, it's a pretty simple explanation. It's writing things you're grateful for. That's about it. The things you can be thankful for can be big, they can be small, they can be the fact that you got to eat lunch today. It could be a turkey sandwich, a ham sandwich. It doesn't have to be about sandwiches. I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be like this massive thing that you're grateful for. Really, anything that made your day brighter or just brought you even a little bit of joy is something you can put in your gratitude journal. Reflecting on these positive aspects of your day can help shift focus from what's lacking to what's abundant within your life. And over time, you'll find that it's easier to spot the good in every single day, even on tougher days. This simple practice can have profound effects on your mental health and your well-being. And one of my favorite things about this type of journal, it's not hard to do. Now, if you're like me, you'll probably try to overcomplicate this, but don't. To get started, simply try at the start of every day or at the end of every day by listing 3 things that you're grateful for. 3 things. 3 things. It could be a good meal you ate.
I love it!
It could be a phone conversation that you have with a good friend.
I love it more!
It could even be as simple as maybe you watched an episode of your favorite television show.
I love it!
Whatever it is, just write it down. And if you feel like you can't write down 3, that's fine. I've learned through my own journey that the more I do this hobby, the more I have to write about. So if you don't have 3 things at first, just give it time. You'll be surprised at how much repetition can actually help develop this habit. Now, if writing about gratitude isn't your thing, maybe you'd be more interested in reflective journaling. This type of journaling is all about looking back on your experiences and, well, your life in general in the hopes of gaining insight. Now, to get started, you're gonna wanna write about a recent event or situation and ask yourself questions like, what did I learn from this? How did it make me feel? What could I do differently next time? This practice encourages introspection. Introspection. Doesn't matter. You get it. And can lead to personal growth and better decision making. Because reflective journaling helps you process your feelings and learn from your experiences. Over time, you'll notice patterns in your thoughts and your behaviors, which can help you make positive changes. Now, if you're like me and you can't commit to a single thing and your mind is like a bundle of untangled wires that you just can't seem to untangle, then you might like bullet journaling. The beauty of bullet journaling is that it combines a bunch of these different journals. Really, it doesn't combine them, but it really just gives you the flexibility to do the things you want within the journal. I love it because it combines creativity with productivity, which is massive for me. It's a system that uses bullet points, symbols, and short sentences to organize your thoughts. A basic layout for this type of journal is to start with an index, a future log for long-term planning, a monthly log for current month plans, and a daily log for daily tasks and notes. Like I said earlier, my favorite thing about bullet journaling is its flexibility. Full transparency, my own journal is a bullet journal, and I sort of use it as an amalgamation of all the different journals that I have talked about or will talk about in this video. So it's not like a true bullet journal, but at the same time, I don't want to limit my journal into being like something that has to stay in its own lane. Like, let's just write about what you want to write about, live your journal the way you want to live. This video is more about an outline or a bare bones structure of what you can do if you need a place to start. But where bullet journaling really shines for me is how it helps me stay organized on a day-to-day basis. Now, in your bullet journaling, you can incorporate things like habit trackers, mood logs, goal settings. It's an excellent way to keep all your thoughts, all your plans, all your daily tasks in one convenient location. Now, if you're looking to flex your creative muscle a little bit more than just a bullet journal, then you might want to try art journaling, With an art journal, you're going to combine written words with visual art. And it's a way to express your emotions through drawing, through painting, collages, all the art things. There are no rules. It's all about creativity and personal expression. I tried this type of journal and it just wasn't my thing. I have learned that I am an absolutely terrible artist. I know how to draw like 4 things, and even those, I draw them very poorly. With an art journal, you can use, like with mini journals, prompts and themes to help guide you into things that you may want to draw or illustrate. Which, by the way, if you are looking for prompts, I actually leave prompts in the description down below in this video. So if you need a place to start, click down there. I have plenty of prompts listed out, one for every day that I've done so far. So if you guys need those, in the description. Cool. Okay, let's say you're like me and you really want to explore the inner depths of your mind. Well, then my suggestion would be dream journaling. Dream journaling involves recording your dreams as soon as you wake up. This practice helps you remember your dreams and have more vivid dreams, and it also gives you a deeper look into your subconscious mind. Now, unless you're a psychiatrist, you probably won't know what to do with that deeper look into your subconscious mind, but at least you'll have them. What you should do is keep a journal by your bed, and the moment you wake up in the morning, immediately start jotting down what you remember about your dreams. It doesn't have to be the full thing. It can just be fragments.
Have you ever had a dreams that you
But you'll learn that the more and more you do this, the more and more your dreams become more realized to you once you wake up. At least, in theory, that's the way it works. I can't promise it's going to work that way for everyone. That's just based on research. Dream journaling can enhance your creativity and provide a deeper understanding of your emotions. Again, unless you're a medical profession that deals with things of the mind, this might not mean much. But if you're looking to have lucid dreams, where maybe one day you can have a dream and like control things, this is a practice you need to commit to.
I know Kung Fu.
Personally, what I'm doing, I have yet to do it. I can't control mind bullets or anything like that with my dreams, but I'm hoping to get there one day. So if you're the kind of person that thinks it would be dope to have vivid, lucid dreams, that's the kind of journal for you. If you care less about living out fantasies in your dreams and more about living fantasies through things like travel, then my suggestion would be travel journaling. Now, travel journaling is a great way to document all your adventures and help keep a record of your experiences. Start by writing about the places you visit, the people you meet, the food you try, any significant events you attend while you're traveling. In this journal, you can include tickets, maps, photos, and any other mementos that might help make your journal vibrant. Travel journaling really helps you remember the details of your trip. I know I'm the kind of person that I'll take a trip and I'll love it. I'll love every second of it. It was amazing. But then I'll find myself 6 months later not being able to recall exactly all the things that were great about it. Somebody will be like, hey, how was Italy? And you're like, oh my goodness, I loved it. The food there was great. Oh, really? What was the favorite thing you had? And you're like, spaghetti was great. But with travel journaling, where you're documenting all of these things, they make a centralized place for you to recall those memories. You can always look back and be like, man, I had dinner at so-and-so, and this is what I ate, and this is the wine I had, and then afterwards I went and walked by blah, 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 blah. You get the point. This creates a centralized location where you can always recall these thoughts in your mind. Also, bonus tip, if you ever want to share it with friends and family, it gives them a great perspective of how you interpreted the places you visited. I said that really quickly and got an email. Boom! Now, the last journal on my list is the journal that I do every night before I go to bed, and that's stream of consciousness journaling. In the video from last week, I talked about doing a brain dump whenever I was trying to conquer blank page syndrome. Stream of consciousness journaling really is a streamlined version of that. It involves writing continuously without stopping, no editing, no censorship, you just go. The idea is to let your thoughts flow freely onto the paper, capturing your mind's immediate and raw expressions. What I do is set a timer for 5 to 10 minutes and then write whatever comes to mind. And I mean this. It'll just be like bumblebee buttermilk, whatever. Just start writing it down. You'll learn that over time, your stream of consciousness will actually start guiding you towards things that are more cohesive. At the beginning, for me, I literally was just writing down like catchphrases. It'd be like, good, or I can't believe it's not butter, or they're great. I mean, like, I'm writing 90s pop phrases that make no sense all in my journal. But over time, I discovered that if I just made it a habit and kept doing it, my stream of consciousness would actually just be something that was logical and made sense for someone to read. Also, don't worry about grammar. I actually got hung up because I would start writing and I'd be like, did I write that word correctly? And then I'm looking it up, and next thing I know, it's like, I'm not even writing anymore. I'm reading the dictionary, which is absurd because I'm a grown man. Either way, stream of consciousness journaling is a great way to tap into raw emotions and thoughts. I use this journal at the end of the day because I find that's the best time for me to express myself. I really can reflect on the things that happened, and I can really just write them out in my own truest self. If I do it in the morning, I wake up groggy, and frankly, my mind is all about what's ahead of my day. When I do a stream of consciousness journaling at the end of the day, it actually really helps me do it as a stream of consciousness / reflective journal. So that's the way I use it. Do you do any of these types of journals? If so, let me know in the comments below. Also, if there's any journals that you feel like are better than the ones I've mentioned here, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll look into them better than I have already. But I think these are the definitive 7. In my unbiased opinion. Also, if you're new to this series and you're wondering how you can get started into the hobby of journaling, I suggest you watch this video right here. And like always, be sure to like and subscribe and follow along as I explore this hobby and many more. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on the next episode.